Okay, man. What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Great Chef Antonio, and thanks for tuning in to the Conservative GCA today. Man, look, man, we got something to talk about right here, man. Obviously, Trump went the other day, yesterday, I think that was a Wednesday. He went to Atlanta to a Chick-fil-A and seen went and visited some of the black people in Atlanta that was working at the Chick-fil-A. Well, some of the students from the AU Center is what we call it over here from Morehouse, Morehouse, Spelman, and Clark Atlanta and things like that. And of course, liberal media, they actually came in and tried to turn other black people against these young black people, make them feel like they're not competent enough to actually make their own decisions on who they should vote for, which I think is absurd. It's really absurd that that you have other black medias and things like urban medias and things like that to really try to actually shame other black people for the choices of who they want to vote for. Like, if you want to vote for Trump, they actually will shame you about voting for Trump, which is very disgusting to me, which I think is very, very disgusting. Why would you try to shame somebody because of their political views, no matter who it is or who you like or don't like? Like, hey, I don't like Biden, but I don't try to shame anybody for voting for Biden. You know what I'm saying? You want to vote for Biden, vote for him. It's your right to vote for who you want to, but don't try to shame me because I like to vote for Trump. So you have the mainstream media actually coming in. They had tried to actually shame these kids for actually having an opinion of who they wanted to vote for, and actually saying that Trump tried to woo them with fried chicken and milkshake, which is actually absurd and is actually disgusting thing to say. Because if I do recall, Biden did go have fried chicken with this black man and his son, correct? Did anybody actually forget that? Did anybody forget that Biden went bought fried chicken for the man and his son? So like, why? It's never a problem when Biden do it. It's kind of crazy. It's like crazy to me, and things like that. So the girl who actually gave Trump a hug the other day, she's actually on Fox News, and she's talking about it, man. You actually got to hear what she says. It is very groundbreaking and eye-opening, definitely eye-opening for you to actually get to see how black people actually feel, because mainstream media will definitely make people think that the black community do not like him, but I am a witness, and I actually know this because I am in a black community. I'm actually from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm living in Atlanta, Georgia right now. I was born and raised here. Haven't moved since I was born in 1979. So I've been here a pretty long time. So without further more, I want you actually to actually check out this video of this woman, this young woman, speak on about how mainstream media and really actually give them a good backlashing for the misinterpretation that they put out there about black people and their support for Trump. Without further ado, here we go.
Moment on the campaign trail for one voter who got a big hug from Trump at an Atlanta Chick-fil-A while he met with supporters. Watch.
I don't care what the media tells you, Mr. Trump. We support you.
We love you.
Okay, 4 p.m. We've been 4 p.m.
Come here,
for a
let
while.
me give you a hug.
Please do. Thank you. Tell my mama I made it.
Look at the joy. Here to tell us about it is that young woman herself, Michaela Montgomery. She's also the founder of a grassroots political group to conserve the culture. Michaela, I've been waiting for this interview all morning. So
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
So thanks so much for joining us. So you told the president when you were hugging him, I don't care what the media says, we support you. Tell me what you meant by that.
I am so glad that is the first question you asked me. So, of course, in the excitement of everything, I wasn't able to really relay my message, but the general consensus or social media would have you thinking that if President Trump were to show up to the HBCU campuses or walk around the AUC community, that like some angry mob would form or a riot would ensue and that he would not be welcomed. And clearly the sentiment in that room the other day was the complete opposite. He was very welcome. People were excited to see him. People showed up in support of him, and people, of course, were from all four institutions within the AUC, the local HBCU community in Atlanta, and they all showed up in support of him. So it's actually kind of crazy to see people in an uproar when all four institutions were legitimately represented, and all four institutions were represented by said students who wanted to support President Trump.
You know, Michaela,
and I really appreciate that we were able to not only let him know that regardless of what social media says, you know, I know they're trying to make us think we're supposed to hate you, but we don't. And additionally, it was a learning experience for my students because they were able to see and experience firsthand how the media can warp the perception of an opinion or a person. Because like I said, to think that these students who attend these illustrious institutions aren't smart enough to make their own decisions, so much so that they would only show support for Trump because he bought chicken sandwiches and milkshakes.
It's offensive.
That in itself is the most disturbing part of it all, especially when you think about the fact that it was mainly urban media outlets that were doing everything in their power to turn other black people against these young black kids who simply were not shy to explore other options.
It's so incredible, and I think you hit it on the head. By the way, the former president, gave a lot of funding to HBCUs. One of the highlights of my childhood was my HBCU tour to figure out what college I wanted to go to. But tell me about the former president and his policies. What is it about him that is gravitating these young people toward the president? And a lot of people, traditionally, Republicans don't do well in Black America. But a lot of young Black Americans like the former president. What is it about him?
I think, and this is a sentiment I get a lot coming from the young people themselves, is that they feel like he's honest. They feel like this is somebody who, while we might not agree with how he says things, how he goes about things, at least he's telling us what it is. We don't feel like this is a snake in the grass waiting for his chance to bite us. This is somebody who's telling us, this is what my plan is, here's how I plan to execute it, here's the people involved, and here's how you can get involved. So they just feel like he's more relatable. And I don't say that to say that, like, you know, they all relate to him. But again, he gives you that relatable feeling to where it's like, hey, I'm just like you. You know me. This is what you said you wanted. Here's what I'm going to try to do about it. They really feel like this is somebody who's talking to them and not just saying what they want to hear.
Such a good point. Michaela, what has Biden done for our community? What has he done for Black America?
Well, he locked up a lot of people that look like me, and they're still sitting in jail waiting for, you know, justice, an appeal of some sort. So when it comes to what Joe Biden has done for Black America, if we look specifically at his record as a senator, it wasn't something that benefited us at all. If anything, one could argue that he dedicated his entire senatorial career to disrupting the way of life, you know, for Black people. He didn't want Black kids going to the same school as his kids. He didn't want Black people walking on the sidewalk along with his mother and grandmother. So the fact that we ignore these things that were said on the Senate floor, like this is somebody who passed legislation with the sole intent of oppressing a certain community. And we're gonna act like that didn't happen, or we're gonna act like it can be overshadowed by somebody's comments a few years down the line that made us feel some type of way. Feeling some type of way is completely different when you can feel a certain type of way at home. There's people who are, you know, as of right now, spending the rest of their lives in jail because, you know, Joe Biden thought that they deserved it, as if there isn't retribution. And then you had somebody like Trump come in and give us the First Step Act to try and right the wrongs that were done with this 3 strikes rule, and nobody's talking about that.
Michaela, I need more time with you. We got to go to...
You can call me whenever.
We'll make it happen. We'll bring you back on, and we'll talk about the president's plan to win more black voters. Michaela, thank you so much. Thanks for being bold. We'll talk soon.
So there you see the people, they actually, they love Trump. They came in, they was in support of Trump and everything. And as that was a good backlashing that the young lady could actually give, liberal media and things like that, mainstream media that actually, that are actually against Trump, because it's definitely a shame how they try to pitch, everybody against each other because they have a different opinion of who they want to vote on. And like she said, as you can see, so the student can see firsthand how the media can actually warp, the perception of an opinion or a person. You know what I'm saying? So they can actually warp that perception of a person and their opinions, which you have seen they've done many a times with Trump. With the blood, it's going to be a bloodbath and all those type of things. They warp everything that he says and try to turn it. They'll show you a little small clip. And then they'll make their own narrative about how he meant to say it, and they taking everything out of context. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it go into, and it's like a real slap in the face, to think the students aren't, smart enough to actually make their own decisions. To the point that you would think they will only show support for Trump because he bought chicken sandwiches and milkshakes. Like that's truly offensive, which I think is just truly offensive thing to say, to think that they're not smart enough to actually to think that they will be just support Trump simply because about chicken sandwiches and milkshakes. And like I said before earlier, hey, Joe Biden went and had one box of chicken with and it looks like he was the only one eating. and when Biden went and got the chicken for the dad and the son, it looked like Biden was the only one eating chicken. It looked like he just bought a box of chicken for himself. From what I saw, you know what I'm saying? And the general consensus of media would actually have you thinking that if Trump show up, some kind of mob or media mob will form of some kind, and he wouldn't actually be welcome, from that. And the people on the left are actually in an uproar. They're in an uproar because all these YouTubes and TikToks that I've been seeing, they're mad because they feel like black people don't know what they're doing. They just, they try to actually just shame other black people for having a different opinion on who they want to vote for. Now, what do y'all think about that? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of wild to me. That is just absurd that you could really try to just shame somebody and make them feel like they're incompetent or anything like that, simply because they want to vote for Trump. You know what I'm saying? And, it's mainly the people on the left. You know what I'm saying? And to think that mainstream urban media outlets were the one who actually doing everything in their power to turn other black people against these young black students is like what she said, because they simply are not shy to choose other options, explore the options out there, you know what I mean? So, and which everybody have the right to do. And, the black community, especially the youth, are waking up. We got some of the older people on the left that they just actually set in their ways. They're probably going to vote Democrat regardless because they're set in their older ways. But to the new generation is actually waking up. They're seeing, you know what I'm saying? They're exploring their options, and it's not because of just the fake promises that you can make and things like that. They want to actually know what you're gonna do for them. You know what I'm saying? And as she said in the video, make them Trump seems more relatable, which I think I said in one of my previous videos. I don't think they would showed up for Biden like that. You know what I'm saying? They just wouldn't showed up for Biden. They would have been that enthused to see Biden or anything like that, man. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't think they would have showed up, man. It's kind of crazy. The people on the left, man, they are wild, man. They will attack you. I mean, it's like a serious attack. I don't know if many of y'all seen it, but it was some months back, and probably last year, I seen a video of a guy went to a MAGA rally. He went to a MAGA rally, and the Trump, the people who was with the MAGA rally going to see Trump, They were actually, he was a black man. They was actually like, they telling me I should be scared to come and to come over here. They was like, brother, you welcome. Come on. They showed him. I mean, they showed him all the love that you could possibly show to come over to the Trump rally. He went on the inside. You know what I'm saying? The people treated him well. He didn't have any problem. Now across the street, it was some of the left. They were over there, you know, protesting, doing their thing across the street from the Trump rally. So he went over there. When he went over there, he was talking about Trump. I mean, the Democrats threw water on him. One of the people spit on the white lady that was with him. I mean, it was gross. I mean, it was a gross thing, and I was like, dang. I was like, you know, that's wild. Like they talk all about MAGA people are extremists, but you go over there and you act like you with Trump, and they would actually throw water and spit on you. Like that was the Democrats who did that. They spit on them and they threw water on them because they were over there. They had the MAGA hat. You know what I'm saying? And they actually were violent with those people. You know what I mean? They were actually violent. You know, and it's kind of crazy because that's how the left feels. They shame you for choosing Trump. If I was to go outside with my MAGA hat on, you know what I'm saying, I'd probably get cursed out and everything and all that good stuff, man. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy how they'll do that to you, and the MAGA people won't do that to you. You know, they don't do that to Democrats. You know, they'll actually get violent with you and things like that. So this young lady here, she spoke it out, and she let you know exactly how they felt. You know what I'm saying? They let Trump know that he was very welcome. They love him. They love what he's talking about. He's more relatable to them. They can relate to what he's talking about, and it's not about any shoes or any chicken or anything like that. It's just that we relate to what you're saying and what you're saying you're gonna do. This is how we can get you involved. What do you need? I would work toward getting that for you. Here's the people who's working with me, who's on my team, and this is how I can get you involved with me on this. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm Trump all day. I voted for Trump all the times that he ran, for 2016 and for when he ran in 2020. You know what I'm saying? I've been left the Democratic Party alone. My brother, he's still a Democrat. You know, me and my brother, we were very close. But he's a Democrat all day. He's Joe Biden. It's kind of just I tried to talk to him. Even on 2020 election, I was begging my brother, please don't vote for Biden. Please don't vote for Biden. Man, our country has went like an airplane skydiving out the air. You know what I'm saying? Ever since. So we need some law and order back. We need our border back. We need a lot of things back. We need inflation down. We need our finances back. We need stability in our country back. We need all those things back. So, you know, black people for Trump, man, you know what I'm saying? Don't let them confuse you with the perception and the thing that they make you think that black people are not for Trump, or they don't respect Trump, but we love Trump, man, you know what I'm saying? And we do support Trump. A lot of black people do here. And like I said, you know, Georgia has always really been a red state. It just got flipped on that last go round, which I was very highly upset about, you know, but that's okay. We're going to work to get Trump back in there this time. And before you all go, before I leave, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and you hit that notification bell so that you can see whenever I get ready to go live or whenever I drop a video, and keep you on update on the things that I am doing and all of those things. I'm going to start making sure that we have some guests on here for my live podcast. And y'all stay tuned, man, because it's going to be a real treat. All right. You all have a blessed day. Live, love, laugh, and eat. Believe that. Great Chef Antonio told you so. And also, listen, never hold them grudges against anybody. Live, love, laugh, eat, and forgive. Forgive anybody who ever wronged you, because it stresses you out. Believe that. You know what I mean? On top of everything. So it's God, family, and country. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in to Great Chef Antonio, the Conservative GCA. All right. Peace out.